Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
What's up? Welcome to it. It is KVJ After the Share Podcast. Here we go, bitches.
We're down one bitch.
Yeah.
Jay Bird's not feeling so good.
What an awful time to get sick, you know, because I'm over here chewing on cough drops because, I don't know, either that flight I took from Israel or getting dunked in the Jordan River. One of those two things does not bode well with my system. So.
Well, did you do like Jay Bird? He said every time he goes in the lazy river at Rapids, he has to open his mouth and drink the water.
I don't get that, but...
Did you drink the water in the Jordan River?
You know, oddly enough, I think there was a little bit that went because, you know, I was getting this instruction because it was the baptizing thing my buddy Sean was doing, and he's like, all right, put your hand here, and I started to have a question. I'm like, going, so I put my hand, and like, I was like...
You were asking questions?
I started asking a question. I'm like, well, I'm not ready. It's kind of like, you know, down I went. Yeah, so.
You drank it.
I don't know what kind of weird Jew flu I have, but yeah, it probably picked up something. That's probably, yeah, I think I got a little bit, but it wasn't like I intentionally did it.
You're done. Baptism's
a different thing. Yeah, you're going down not on your own fruition.
And you're going down with
force.
The best of intentions.
Force, yeah. I mean, you got to put somebody down with authority. I mean, if I were a preacher, I would baptize somebody hard. I'd take him down. That's what happened. He baptizes hard. So I went down quick. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to fight it off. Now I got to get on a plane tomorrow.
You got to go back and get your IV infusion.
I'm going to try. Yeah, I'll see. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I can get an appointment today, but
you need to.
I kind of want to go drinking, so.
You can do both.
Yeah, I can sit there and get an IV as I'm drinking.
What are they going to say? Walk in with a beer and say, what? Who going to check me, boo? Not you. Give me my IV. I'll be over here with a nice cold one.
Can you give me a beer IV? How quickly would that kill you? That would kill you really fast.
That would kill you, yeah.
Really
you
fast,
can't pump
right?
beer in your veins.
No, I know people have always said stuff like that. I was just wondering, like...
You could put beer in your butt, and I think that wouldn't kill you. It would get you really drunk.
That's the butt chug. If that really works... I wonder if that works. I was watching that, was that Blockers was the name of the movie? It had John Cena, and in the scene he does the butt chug where you stay on your head, and then they take a funnel and they pour it. That's just weird.
Well, it feels like something you should be doing at home alone in private.
Right.
But then what's the fun of that?
Not at a party, yeah. But I'm like...
You usually don't have things put in your butt in front of a group of large people at a kegger.
So your body actually takes in the liquid then if you pour something into your ass?
You're asking the wrong bitch. I have no idea. I've done a colonic before.
Yeah.
Where it's basically a garden hose they put up there, but you're laying on your side.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's awful. Why would anyone do that?
They told me it was like, it's going to clean out everything that's stuck inside your intestine.
Oh my gosh.
But then like hardly nothing came out.
Gosh.
I don't know if I bought it. I don't think I had anything stuck up there. Maybe if you have an issue and you feel like, okay.
Now, when you mean stuck up there, like you put something up there?
No, like if you have a blockage, if you have like poo that's impacted, they call it, I think. Those people should go and have a colonic. But I think if you poop regular, I think your body gets the poo out on its own. It doesn't need a garden hose's help.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. I don't know. I tried it, so I think I can speak from experience.
Yep.
And it's weird because the lady putting the hose up my ass was about 80 years old. She looked like Dr. Ruth. It was just weird.
Wow. Yeah, I can't really think. I don't know of anyone that I would want to have putting anything in my ass.
And you hold it, you hold because you can feel yourself like filling up.
Virginia.
You have to hold it.
Oh, I couldn't do it. Oh my gosh.
And then you release.
Oh, I couldn't do it. I get anything that is around the dick balls ass area. That's just, I don't know what, just that cone, that banana of, just no.
But just know this: if the guy's torturing you, give you a choice between dick or butt, pick butt.
Is that it? That's
Yeah.
that's my option.
You
Dick or
always
butt?
pick butt if they're going to put something in your hole. Always pick butt over dick.
I was talking to a buddy of mine. He's an older dude, and he was talking about, because as guys get older, if you're a younger dude listening, it's weird. Like something starts happening around your butt area, and you start peeing a lot. You have to get in the middle of the night to pee and all this kind of weird stuff. I'm not sure what's going on with the plumbing, but it gets weird. And he said, well, they got a procedure now for it's typically like guys over 50, but they go in there and I don't know, like they reset your whatever it is.
Urethra.
I don't even know. Whatever it is, they go in there and they make some kind of adjustment to your bunghole or whatever.
Urea.
I don't even know what's going on in there. But it's
They do it in your butt?
I think so, because I think I don't know. It's something, I don't even know. I don't get it. I don't care about what's going on down there. I just want to make sure it works. But the worst thing he said is you got to do the catheter. And he said, I said, so it doesn't hurt? He's like, no. He's like, just when they take out the catheter. I was like, oh.
Yeah, here's the thing about a catheter.
Couldn't do it.
Let them knock me out and then give me the catheter and then take it out before I wake up. I don't want to be awake for
right.
that.
I can't. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I would. First of all, it's just like I told you the one time that I had a couple weeks ago when I had to pick up my mother-in-law when she had to get that surgery in her arm because she had broke it, and she was sitting there telling me about like the needles and injections, and my balls, I don't know what it is, my butthole puckers so easily. I have a very dainty butthole. Like it's just
Prove it?
Oh, I mean, it is like a hairpin trigger, Virginia. It's if you could do like, if we had a bunghole cam, you would see my butthole's always quivering.
I imagine it to be very pink.
It's very pink.
It's very
yes,
pink.
It is.
Very clean.
It is. It's very clean and pink. It looks like a little gerbil staring at you.
Aww.
But it's just
Little puppy's belly.
Oh, it's so sensitive. So I could not even imagine all this stuff of like, and I don't know why some people said, somebody had said, yeah, some people actually blow cocaine up their ass.
That was in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Why?
I got two friends. I won't say any names. I got two friends, and one of them told the other one that they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that they told went and tried it, and then she
No,
came
are they
back.
gay or are they straight?
They are straight females.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
One of them was lying and told the other one that she did it. And so the one that she told the lie to was like, let me go try it. The other girl goes and tries it, and she comes back and tells her the other one that she tried it, and the girl's like, I was just kidding. I haven't done that.
So, because I assume anywhere it hits a membrane, that's why your nose, your eye, your gums, whatever, you can, cocaine goes into your bloodstream, right?
I guess so. I've never done that. I've never put anything
why does
like that in
anyone
my
think?
butt.
I mean, it's designed. I mean, you don't eat with your asshole. You don't drink with your asshole.
It's in The Wolf of Wall Street, Kev.
Wow.
Movies are influential.
Well, it is. Honestly, the dumb things, and I'm sure, if I went back, there's probably 20 things that I've tried to
Car
do.
surfing.
I
Thank
did
you,
that.
Teen Wolf.
Yeah, I did that in high school. I was a good dumbass. But I never was like, I draw the line. Car surfing, okay, that's one thing. Butt chugging or putting blow up your ass.
It's next level. I mean, you know my crew.
Gosh, that is next. But yeah, I mean, I guess why?
Because the one person said they did it and it was awesome.
But
and so
who's
my other friend's like, oh, well, she did it. I'm going to go try it too.
Are you just bored? Or are you just like, I got to kick it up a notch? Like it's just something's missing in my life and it's ingesting things through my butthole?
I think she was just curious. Like, let me see how that works out.
Yeah, I just wonder like the thought process and how we get from point A to point Z. Where it's like, this is what needs to happen right now. Crazy. Yeah, somebody say, it's the prostate thing. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, that's
the
what it is.
prostate controls the pee?
Yeah, I think so. It starts growing, I think, and so it pushes on your bladder. I don't know, whatever, all that plumbing goes on. But yeah,
okay.
they've got a thing, and I know everybody's got their own little procedure they can get done that, makes you young again in your nether regions. Everybody's got one.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what it is. For some reason, having young genitals is such a big thing. Which would be weird if you've got young genitals on an old ass body. Wouldn't that be weird? Couldn't you imagine if you have a wrinkly ass saggy body, but yet you look like you got a 12-year-old's peen? It's going to be weird, isn't it?
I think, and follow me here, I think your genitals age faster than you do. Because
mine are aging backwards.
Think about.
I was born with old man's balls and they're getting younger.
Think about Jay Bird's balls for a second.
Yeah.
I hate to talk about his balls when he's out sick, but
there has to be a condition. Is there a condition for a long sack? Is that actually?
He's got old man balls, and he's only in his early 40s.
Is that? I wonder if that is actually a condition. Yeah. Some people do have that.
I think some people's genitals.
You said Panda's got tight sack.
Oh, Panda's got a 12-year-old boy's sack. It's tight, it's high, it's tiny.
Is it maybe because he doesn't scratch it? Because maybe like sometimes you scratch, you'll pinch and kind of like tug.
No,
Does he scratch his sack?
This is all genetics. This is all what he was born with. He's always had tiny balls.
Sack.
He has tiny balls.
I've got my grandpa's scrotum.
But they don't look like grandpa's scrotum. They're tiny.
Well, maybe Grandpa had a tiny scrotum.
I
Did anyone check?
I think a tiny scrotum is a gift.
Yeah, no, it is. You don't want the excess. It's just it's when you got a little extra skin down there. It's hot. It's humid. It's sticking to your leg. It's awful. It's not good.
He's got a big dong. He's fine.
I can see equivalent of chicks that got them big old mud flaps.
Yeah,
and they don't want to have beefy lips.
It's real, Kevin.
Right. Oh, I know. No.
And as you get older, trust me, because I've seen it in my own lips, your lips drop. Now, lucky for me, thank you, God, I had high and tights.
Yeah.
They were super high.
You and Panda both
were super tight. Yeah.
You have young genitals.
But now I'm even noticing, even my high and tights have dropped a little bit.
Yeah.
It's very weird, but your pussy ages.
Well, they do this a lot. They'll do this with your brain, your organs, things like that. You ever seen that where you have a diagnostic test and they come back and be going, you've got the heart of a 25-year-old. Do they ever come back and say, you've got the scrotum of a 70-year-old? Is that possible?
I would love to be able to do that.
Age diagnosis. If Jaber and I and Denny's, if we all went in, could we play a fun game where the doctor comes in and he's like going, all right, someone's age is 64, and we got to guess. All right, who has a 64-year-old scrotum?
How mad would you be if the doctor came in, it was me in disguise? I just want to see. I'm fascinated. I love the comedy of balls. I don't want to see your dick. I don't want to see a man's penis unless it's my husband. But I think balls are fascinatingly
because
funny.
they just seem so weird and unnecessary.
And I move.
I get, yeah, obviously their biological point, but yeah, it is a weird, odd thing.
Vagina lips don't move. Like, you can sit and stare at a ball sack and watch it move. It's like, what is that?
Yeah. I know, it is
It's
weird.
Cool.
You're right. It'll
fascinating.
dance.
It's comedy.
Some people probably have the skill to make them dance. They probably could do a routine.
I mean, that's the guy you marry.
Yeah. But I mean, as weird as they are, though, I mean, I guess we are kind of lucky that balls are where they are. I mean, because could you imagine if, okay, we have to have a redo. You're designing the male anatomy, Virginia. You're like going, you have to have the balls in the sack, but it can't be between the legs. Where do you put it?
On the neck.
Like a turkey. Could you imagine if that were it? Imagine if you had to wear your ball sack on your chin.
If you want to fuck with men, you put it on the neck.
Right. Could you? And that would be a thing of beauty. You'd be like, oh, he has a beautiful sack. Like that would be, and you probably have a design thing. You probably have ways of dressing it up like we have for anything else.
I would never be able to keep a straight face.
But it might not be.
Because balls make me giggle.
But if we were designed that way and it's always been that way, you would just think, I mean, guys' balls have always been on their chin. It's not weird.
I still think I wouldn't be able to stop myself from laughing.
You don't think so? You think like,
it would be uncontrollable.
But would it be a point of like, oh my gosh, look at the ball sack on that guy?
I think all of you would have to wear turtlenecks.
So what would you do? Would you tuck them in? Or would you just? I think you would let them hang and you decorate them. I really do. I think that there would be.
Do they have pubic hair on them?
I'd have be the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So you'd probably have you maybe braid your sack hair on it or something like that.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, so that would be, wow. Imagine that. Imagine if we did that. Imagine if we just rearranged the anatomies. Imagine if your vagina was somewhere else.
Ooh.
Be crazy, wouldn't it?
Gotta be careful. Like if it was on like your leg.
Ooh, yeah, you would have to watch out. How weird would that be?
It's got to be tucked away. Otherwise, everybody's going to try to get at it.
I think biologically that's why it is tucked away.
Yeah, it's a smart place
That
to
makes
put
sense.
it there where you can defend it and protect it.
Right. But yeah.
If it was like on my leg, that would be really bad.
It would probably cause some problems.
Could you imagine how uncomfortable like a tight subway or boarding an airplane would
You could
be?
just get randomly pregnant going out. You would have to have something over it because, yeah, imagine that. You would just have, you could get randomly pregnant otherwise. You couldn't wear the same kind of clothes.
Could never wear a dress.
No. It would be crazy.
Fascinating.
Odd discussions. We sound like we're stoned and we haven't even been drinking.
Jaybird had asked me to bring in the Casamigos before he fell ill.
Oh, he wanted to dial it up today?
I think that
Casamigos
was his
style?
plan, to do Casamigos. When I read his email this morning at 3:30 a.m., I put the Casamigos back because I figured, but Kevin's not going to crank Casamigos.
No. Yeah, well,
The day before you travel, that would be a really bad decision.
No. Plus, yeah, I'd like to, get out of here. I think we'll have some beers today. Just got to figure out what the plan's going to be.
Just don't crank tequila.
Where I want to go, yeah. Got to make it happen. Yeah, because I'm going to a cold climate.
Oh, that's
Colder.
right. What's the temperature? Is the game in Ohio or is it in Michigan?
Game's in Ohio.
Okay.
And, yeah, I was just checking the forecast, and it's just, we've had the worst luck because I've gone to a couple games up there this year, and it has rained it's all the time. And so forecast like a week and a half ago, they're like perfectly sunny, beautiful day, like mid to high 50s. And I'm like, oh, this is great
Football weather.
Yeah, I just checked today, and Saturday in Columbus is going to be 51 degrees, 90% chance of rain.
Oh, no.
Cold and rainy.
You need to borrow Panda's boots. Those
Yeah, maybe.
Those all-weather boots he's got with the fuzz on the inside.
Yeah, when I get there tomorrow, it's going to be 37 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
Low of 25.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not, yeah. So to me, I got to go out and I got to drink outdoors today.
Where are your seats at the game?
We got a couple different places. I don't know. We got some somewhere, and then I think we got one ticket another place. So I think one.
You're playing that shuffling shell game of tickets?
Yeah, because it's tough because the game's sold out. It's a big game. And so, it's tough to get them all together. So we have like 4. So, and this is the thing, like one of the seats is covered. Like one person's not going to get wet. And so I told my wife, I'm like, going, you sit in or whatever. And she's like going, no, I want to sit with the kids. And so
you're going to sit in the prissy seat?
Well, I'm like, give it to Caitlin or somebody. She's like, Caitlin wouldn't want to sit by herself. So it's like, people are going to see photos. You're going to be going, look at Kevin. What an asshole. I mean,
He's dry while his family is soaked.
And I'm trying to beg them. I'm like, please, someone else sit in these. Because I'm like, if any photo comes out and I'm sitting in the dry seat and my family's sitting in the rain, I would have been going, what an asshole. Like, really?
Oh, no.
And then, so I'm like trying to beg my family, like, please let me sit in the rain.
Do you have a rain jacket? You have
Yeah, you get ponchos.
Get your rubbers. You got all that? Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to deal with it. It sucks. I don't know if you've ever been to an LSU game in the pouring rain. In New Orleans, you have to worry about the Saints.
Every Mardi Gras, we plan for rain because it will guaranteed rain on you. And we don't go inside. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We are outside unless it drops below like 40 degrees.
Okay.
So we literally stand out in the rain and you have to prepare accordingly. Don't let your feet get wet. That's rule number 1.
Yeah.
Rule number 2, you must have a super durable raincoat that covers all of you. And rule number 3, you must have an umbrella. You have to have those 3 things. If you have all 3 of those, you're good.
Yeah, football games can't have umbrellas.
Oh.
You're not allowed to hold an umbrella because you block views and everything else.
So if you get the right hood, it will be waterproof.
I did Clemson game last year and had ponchos on. It was pouring down rain. And it was raining so much, and I had jeans on. If you're in rain, it soaked all the way up past my knees. That's how much water my jeans drank.
Yeah, whatever poncho you get. Do you have like a garbage bag poncho?
No, we got the ones like you would sell. But, I mean, a poncho's not going to, because your feet, you would have to have the boots and your jeans tucked up pretty much to your knee to stay completely dry. So maybe I should get pandas boots. That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, you can use them.
Okay, I got to work that out. Yeah, maybe if I can somehow get those. I just have to drive to Tequesta. It's not inconvenient at all.
It's only an hour 30 round trip. Minus the time I make you sit and hang out and talk.
Mm-hmm. We had somebody call in today. We were talking about, no, some people still got upset. We were just talking about, okay, shamelessly, if you're like going, what is that one thing you're thankful for, but you wouldn't admit it because you'd sound so shallow. Somebody's going, do you realize how shallow you guys sound? I'm like, going, yes, that was the point of it.
That's what the bit was called. What's your shallow thing you're thankful
They're like,
for?
going, I think your audience really needs to reassess their priorities. I'm like, oh, look, we're just going out on the limb. We're trying to say that, yes, these are the things that there's no shame in.
That person's stupid.
If
you took the time to write that email.
I knew even though I prefaced it, I still was going to get that complaint. I was like, going, look, it's nothing.
It's only shallow.
Yeah. You have something, you're like going, yeah, admittedly, I get it. Yeah. If my priorities are completely out of whack, yeah. Let's confess so. And somebody called and said they're Epilady. Now, she sounded like she was a little bit older.
Yes.
But Jilly sent us an email and said, I still got an Epilady from the 90s. I didn't think they were used since the 90s because they were like a torture device. She said, I hear sudden death calling if you guys want it.
Oh, my gosh. You guys would die. With your hairy legs and the Epilady, it's bad. It's real bad.
Would it be worse than a waxing?
I think so, yeah. A waxing is quick. It's done by a professional. It's over in a matter of seconds. The wax is kind of warm and it feels nice at first. Epilady is just pain. It's brutal. It's stinging. It's drawn out. It's one at a time. It's awful. I do not recommend the Epilady. But, I mean, if you do it a bunch and you build up that tolerance in your leg, then you get used to it.
How else do you remove leg hair?
I've done laser.
Right.
So I think laser.
So if we did laser, you'd have to shave the area. They shave the area first.
You shave it first and then you laser it. That's the best.
I mean, that'd be tough to get a laser in here. Couldn't really do it. Okay, yeah, no, if we can get that from you, Jilly, if you would, we could do one of the guys, sudden death, and you got to be blindfolded, and then you've got to say which one's more painful, the waxing or the Epilady.
I like it.
Okay. We'll do it.
That's fun.
You think Epilady would be worse?
Absolutely.
That woman was trying to say it felt like a massage.
Well, because she's done it a bunch of times. Yeah. She's used to it. And for her, I think there must be something about the hair follicle that loosens up. It gets a little slutty. Maybe the hole gets bigger.
Right.
I don't know what it is. But if you do it over time and you pluck, like I pluck my eyebrows, I remember back in the day it used to really hurt, but now it doesn't hurt anymore.
It's not bad, huh?
I think your follicle sluts up.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to get that then. So, yeah, just let us know and give us the hookup. Something that seems completely stupid, and I guess you could do this. And I was kind of like thinking of this because it's kind of funny because, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but there's this article that was out. There's this woman in Scotland, and she's really upset. She recently was alerted to the fact that there was someone that was copying her social media.
Like doing a dummy account?
Did a dummy account, yeah. So what it is she's at this university in Scotland, and every single photo she puts up for Instagram, there was someone that had set up a dummy account, was following her, and they were posting up exactly the same poses, clothes, everything on Instagram, and the same words.
What's the end game?
I don't know what the end game is. I guess this girl was, she was just in it. It's a weird, because the girl is like, she's complained to the school, and she said, this girl's doing this. She said, this is psycho, and I'm scared of this girl because, and I think even what happened, the thing that really was the icing on the cake, her father had died, and she took a photo like in the funeral home, and this girl goes into a funeral home and even replicates that photo. She's like, this girl is twisted. Like,
what the hell?
Right. And so she's all freaked out. She's like, we go to the same school and she's in the same thing. I demand you to kick her out. They're like, on what grounds?
She's creepy. Oh, I would totally get it.
That's what she's saying. She's like you. She's like fighting. She's saying, this girl is creeping me out. I don't want to be on the same campus with her. And they're like going, okay, why? Because she's following and like she's doing the exact same clothes, everything down to the wording. She puts the exact same text up. It's like, I was looking at it, all the Instagram posts. It's identical. There's about 25 of them.
Weird.
The exact same thing. And somebody who was on camp got wind of it and said, "Have you realized what this girl's doing?" And she showed her, and she's like, "What the hell is going on?"
It's not going to stop. I mean, the girl that's doing that is going to get crazier and crazier. She's not going to be happy until she kills you and wears your skin like a jacket.
But what do you do? Because she's
Kill her first.
Well,
I would be going to visit that bitch face to face.
Technically, she hasn't done anything wrong.
I don't care.
I mean, what is wrong that you've done? I mean, is this cyber? I mean, it's not even. Is it cyber stalking? No.
It's terrorism.
How? I mean, it's just flattery,
You're
right?
mirroring my website and my Facebook, identical.
What's the crime? What is the crime?
I don't know what the name
of it is.
What
do you charge her with?
I don't know.
That's what the school's saying. The dean's like, okay, what am I kicking her out for, and what is the charge for replicating a social media account?
The charge is you're creepy, and we want to stop you before you take it too far.
That's not a charge, because creepy is in the eye of the beholder.
I would meet this girl in a back alley with a bag of nickels and kick her ass.
But then you have grounds to be kicked out yourself.
Damn
Because
it.
then that's violence.
Stop being so sensible, Kevin.
You're the one. But if I were the dean and they were coming to me, I would do the same thing. I'm like, what do you want me to do? I can't do anything. I could ask her to stop. But if she's like, no, then, okay, what am I going to do?
I would definitely take matters into my own hands and then make sure that there was no way for it to come back on me. I would put the fear in that chick.
Okay, would this really creep you out, or is it like not that big a deal?
That would super creep me out.
Okay, so
she's copying everything.
But then
if
you're
you're
just
a
like-
regular girl,
you're just like, okay,
if somebody did it to one of us, it'd be funny.
Yeah.
But if I'm in college, if I'm a regular girl and I'm not on the radio, I would be so creeped out.
You couldn't just laugh that off and be like, oh, that's the weirdest thing ever. Oh, well,
No.
apparently she's so into... Well, because she's thinking that it's like... And I think it has to do a lot with like fashion. Like this girl just wants to be her. And she said, I feel like she wants to be me to a creepy level.
She does.
But they're in different fields. In fact, the girl who's doing the copycat stuff is a legal student. And she said, this is her justification to the dean. She said, someone who does this should not have a legal degree. And he's like,
what?
He's like, what do you mean shouldn't have a legal degree? She's like,
legal.
because she's freaking weird.
She is weird.
And he's like going, you can't have that kind of person be an attorney. And he's like, why?
If I found out my attorney did that to somebody in college, I'd be like, I don't want you to represent me. You're fucking batshit crazy. No. That's crazy.
But what? Okay, but what do you do? There's nothing. The only thing she can do is she could take down her own Instagram account and say, you know what? It's not worth having it. Because she's terrorizing me with it. If I were the dean, I'd be going, here's your solution. Don't have an Instagram account.
I would fight fire with fire.
Or put it on privacy.
Start following this girl around and taking pictures of everything she does, everywhere she goes. Start doing the same thing to her.
Well, here's part of her problem. The girl who did it originally, and this is where it came into it, is she's one of those types where she's hot. The other girl's hot too, which is weird. So they're both like slender, attractive. They look similar. And she's like always trying out like, look, I got the trendiest glasses. I got the this and that. And the dean's like saying, okay, well then what you need to do, you need to kick everybody off your Instagram, make it private, and then you only accept people that you know because this other girl created a dummy account. That's how she was. So she's not following her on her other regular Instagram account that this is popping up.
Right.
That's how she didn't know. And this girl's like, well, how will all the other people know how cute I am? So, right? So if you're the dean, he's got to be completely frustrated with this girl who's coming to him with this problem because you're not giving me anything that's illegal.
Right.
And I'm giving you a solution.
Well, the dean can't do anything.
But you're an attention whore, and now when you get attention you don't like, now you've got a problem, and you want me to kick out another one of my students. It's a legal student. It's probably doing well in school.
Now, this is vigilante situation. You go meet up with her, and you set her straight.
Okay, and then if that girl comes to me and says, yeah, this girl had my ass kicked, then I'm kicking you out, Virginia.
Well, that girl lied. I didn't have nobody's ass kicked. Prove it. Show me the tape.
This is really an amazing way to troll somebody, though, because it's completely in her head, and she's completely clanked
Yes.
by this. And it's so funny because she can't do what is reasonable, and kick everybody off her Instagram and then make it private because she needs the attention and the validation. But now she's got somebody following her, mimicking her, driving her nuts.
She's got to make it private. It's just not going to work out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Somebody said, why don't you make it private and block her? That's the thing. This girl is creating dummy accounts, and she's, you're welcome. Yeah, come check me out. Because she loves all the random people. You look so cute. Your glasses are amazeballs.
Thank you.
So that's why the dean's like, then it's not my problem. Like, leave me alone. I've got real, legitimate problems I've got to deal with. This is insane. Somebody said, just geolocate her and beat her ass outside of campus.
That's where I'm going with it.
I think you still got that problem where if it comes back and if you had anything to do with this, she's a legal student. So she would definitely know the rules of having someone have their ass kicked.
You kick her ass with no witnesses, and you kick her ass with a great alibi.
I mean, it's genius trolling. I mean, it really is. It's one of those things that, I mean, there's nothing she can do.
I should do that to Jaybird.
If somebody had a fake account and they mimicked everything Jaybird did.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'll get a fake dog. All his pictures are just him and Chewy. That is it. So it's going to be the easiest trolling ever. I'll just get a fake dog and then troll all his pictures.
But think about how bizarre photos you'd have to take to actually mimic what he does. You would have to be actually like...
It's a part-time job. This girl is putting a lot of effort in.
Oh, she is putting a lot of effort. It's just, it's so bizarre because, I mean, there's no real motivation for why she's doing it. And it's really got this, I mean, she is totally screwed with this chick's mind. She's losing it. So, got to say, happy anniversary. Got one for my husband, Dennis. We're celebrating 4 years. So, congratulations to that. Got a couple anniversaries going on.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, that's
Dennis.
from Charlotte, apparently. He was driving today. There's some photos. Sorry I didn't get to it on the regular show there, but good dude,
Aww.
Family guy.
Very
there he
cute.
is with his daughters. So thank you for all the photos.
Beautiful family.
On KVJ TV, absolutely. Also got another email here. I want to make recognition of Transgender Day of Remembrance. It is an annual day of remembrance. It actually happened yesterday, but good to mention, honors the memory of those whose lives were lost in acts of anti-transgender violence.
It's so sad.
It's still unbelievable that anyone would hate on somebody for, being themselves and doing what they want to do. I don't get where people get off with that.
When they bust them and they figure out who did these hate crimes, their punishment should be exactly the same beatdown that they felt it was necessary to give out.
Yeah.
If that's how things would shake down, I would be so happy. The person who wants to do that kind of thing and take that vigilante against just somebody because of their sexual orientation or because of the fact that they're a transgendered person, what? What does it matter with you?
I know. Still got a lot of sickness in the world.
A lot. But you know what? That person deserves the same exact beatdown.
It is in recognition of the 1998 murder of Rita Hester, who was a highly visible member of the transgender community near Boston, where she worked locally and educated around transgender issues. So,
what a shame.
If you'd like more information on this, you can go to glad.org/TDOR for Transgender Day of Remembrance. It is GLAAD.org to check it out. All right, that's going to do it for us. Hope you guys really enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend. Be safe, have a great time, and we will see you back here on Monday. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.